Imagine a place free of problems, scams, and thievery. A place where comfort is your only concern. Imagine Comfort Time Live.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Friday edition of Comfort Time Live. I have no idea what happened. That's all right. That's okay. That's all right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We had a beautiful Friday. Still morning right now.
Absolutely gorgeous outside.
Beautiful Friday. That's why we moved to sunny South Florida instead of New Jersey or
Alaska.
And actually, there was a... Who were we talking to? Mario on one of our other shows. Wasn't he from Alaska?
Yeah. Last Saturday.
Yeah, the guy from Alaska. Asked him, what the heck are you doing in Alaska? It's cold in them dar hills.
Romancing the moose.
Now, what's the plural of moose?
Mises? I don't know.
Is it mooses?
Could be mooses.
Is it? Sure. I don't know.
I am not an English literature tech.
It's a bunch of moose.
It's a herd of moose.
Herd of moose. Or a herd of ex-girlfriends, or, one or the other.
No, those are heifers.
Oh, heifers. Oh, okay.
Well, anyways, how you doing this morning, Tom?
I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay.
Excellent.
Another day on this side of the dirt.
It's, when you're not pushing up daisies, it's always a good day.
Yep, absolutely. Well, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, Comfort Time Live comes to you every Friday right here on WPSL 1590. And the things we do is educate you on anything to do with your house. If it has to do with your house, we find a way to talk about it. We bring guests on the show, like our special guest we're going to have on here in just a moment, which is John from Elite Electric, also one of our wonderful sponsors. But what we do is we try to take the situations that you folks sometimes struggle with, and we try to get you the correct answers to those questions, whether it's, why is my electric bill so high? Why do I cough and sneeze? Why does my plumbing get backed up?
Well, that's just because of the chili and the tacos you had the night before. That's an easy one. Health foods, more greens.
So that's what we try to do. And so you email me at comforttimelive@gmail.com, or you call into the show, and we take those questions and we find ways to resolve them, and we put them on the air so that, I guarantee you, if you have that question, there's someone else out there that does.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're probably just as shy as you on picking up the phone or emailing and asking the question, because maybe they think that that's a dumb question. I don't want to ask that question.
Well, let somebody else ask that dumb question. You can get,
But
that
that's
way.
the whole problem, is that person thinks that somebody else is going to ask it, and that person thinks somebody else is going to ask it. And eventually nobody asks because they always think that somebody else is going to ask.
Is that why we only have 2 listeners?
Exactly it.
I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, there is no dumb question. Call us up, ask us anything that you want.
If you don't know something, it's not dumb.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Not at all. So 340-1590 is the number that you're going to call here at the studio to ask questions, and we'll have our guest there on the show a little bit. But go to comforttimelive.com, and you can watch any of the shows, listen to the shows live. We do 3 shows a week. We do one here on AM 1590. We have a show on the opposite station that we can't talk about, but if you go to comforttimelive.com, you can find out about it, you can listen about it. And then we also on Wednesdays do National Blog Talk Radio. But all these places can be found right there on comforttimelive.com. Our sponsors are on there. So if you want to contact our sponsors, you go to the sponsorship link. You click on their business, and it'll bring you right to their website with all their contact information so that we can make things happen. So why don't we go ahead and just get our guest and say good morning. John, you there? Oh, well, I guess we're going to have to get Veronica to switch him over here in a second. But all right, we'll wait till Veronica goes back, and then we'll switch him over to get John live on the air. I don't think we have him on the air, but we'll talk to you in just a second here, John. I promise. I really do. And we're going to give away some prizes today, so we're going to do some trivia. So
excellent.
You're going to have 2 choices of trivia to do. Now, what the trivia is coming from an absolutely wonderful young lady that I met at a networking event. Her name is Jane C. Flynn, and she wrote a book called The Best Trivia Book Ever. And there is just all kinds of information and trivia, very funny stuff, very knowledgeable. She's got some jokes in here, like, for instance, what has a head, drives, but can't think? And no, it is not a female.
Right. I did not say that.
I didn't say it either. That was Dino Cook,
Right. Catch me in the parking lot if you can.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and go to our guest. Good morning, John.
Morning, you there?
There we go. Now we got you.
Hey, good morning.
Veronica's got it together now.
Yes, she does.
She was temporarily capacitated by another people in this. She's one of those folks that helps everybody in the studio. So we had some other folks that needed some assistance. So we are okay with that because it was for a good cause.
Oh, she's a smart chick. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. You could say that. She's the backbone of the business here.
Yes.
Right.
Backbone of the business. So so do we have some other guests in the room with us, John?
Yes, I have Jessica, my daughter.
Aha. Well, good morning, Jessica.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
Good.
You guys are so busy. That's why you're not be able to stop in, huh?
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's a good thing that the business is booming for you folks. Not everyone in the community can say that.
We had technicians out. The latest one closed out at 12:45 last night.
Wow. Now, what kind of call was that?
It was water dripping throughout the attic and into the house.
Oh, okay. On the air conditioning side.
Yes, sir.
And probably what? No safety switches, no float switches.
That is exactly correct. There is some now.
There is some now.
Good.
Awesome. Well, some of the questions that we're going to be talking about, we're going to ask John a little bit about what happens out there, but there's a lot of issues that John's talked to us about that average homeowner calls in, and some of them have to do with perhaps their circuits in their house canceling out, but generators is also another big thing that you're getting a lot of requests for now, right, John?
Absolutely.
Now, as a homeowner, the first thing I have to ask is, why would I need a generator?
Why do you like power?
He's an attorney. They ask a question with a question.
Right. I'm telling you what, I know why. I like power. I've got to have the refrigerator working, the stove working, and I can't lose DirecTV.
Now, see, the refrigerator would have surprised me. I mean, I just would have no idea why looking at you.
You give me I'm a picture of, good health.
Yeah, I'm thinking refrigerator and stove, the first two things out of his mouth.
That's right.
What goes into his mouth?
It's priorities, John. You just got to have it. And DirecTV, and I can do it with outdoor plumbing and all that good stuff. I just can't, do without the necessities.
Uh-huh.
Well, obviously, we have power outages, and what are some of the reasons that you've seen, John, that we typically have power outages? Obviously, besides the obvious, the hurricanes.
Well, the hurricanes and what happens with the hurricanes is power lines go down, and so forth. But other power outages happen from surges from either lightning strikes or cars running into telephone poles, stuff of that nature, and that puts makes the power go out in a neighborhood and or a whole community, and it happens daily.
And it's obviously something that generators aren't always just for your big emergencies. That power outages can happen at any given time. And you could potentially lose, I would think, if you're not prepared for it, you could probably lose a lot of money in food.
Yes.
Absolutely. There are some communities that I will say that their power goes out once a month.
Wow. And then...
Now, is that the power company's fault most of the time that happens?
Well, Florida Power and Light doesn't make enough money to upgrade some of the lines going into neighborhoods.
Oh, don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. I just paid my bill.
Florida pillage and loot.
So there's certain areas that need to be upgraded, but they never seem to do it. It's easier to let the people have no power for a period of time, and then they spend the day fixing it.
No, it's kind of like the situation with the contractors, the unlicensed or the licensed contractors. They figure, if we go long enough without doing it right, and we only have to pay a small penalty, and that's just going out to fix this one homeowner's issue when they complain. We could save ourselves a lot of money down the road.
Exactly.
So if I don't pull any permits, and I only get caught one out of 100 times,
It was well worth it.
it was worth it. I get a $250 fine, a slap on the wrist.
I just-
I get to be on public TV because then I get to go in front of the contractor exam board. I mean, how could you go wrong?
I just made 10 grand. It cost me $250. Why get licensed?
Oh, I can imagine. Jessica, now you help answer phones and take care of customer service at the office, right?
Yes.
Can you think of off the top of your head, and if you can't right this second, I'll let you mull it over for a little bit. What is the craziest phone call that you've got?
Craziest phone call.
Craziest phone call. If you need a minute to think about it, we'll keep on talking. But just something that the customer called up and you just had to take the phone away from your ear. When you take the phone away from your ear, you just look at the phone and you ask yourself, did they really just say that, or did they really just ask me that question?
I think I'm going to need a moment on that one.
That's okay. That's okay. Now, knowing that we need generators, and not only for just major emergencies like hurricanes and giant storms, how would a homeowner determine, first off, what type of generator they wanted? I think, and you can tell us what types of generators are out there, but also, how do I know how big of a generator I need?
Well, there's a couple ways to determine that. First of all, what are the needs of the homeowner? So some folks just need and want to have their refrigerator working and maybe some lights and fans.
The pizza oven, the microwave.
Others want all the cooking equipment. Others, you may want air conditioning working. So therefore, you may need a larger style generator.
Okay.
The elderly, we see that more often. That they need the AC because some folks have trouble breathing. I will say years back we had a storm, and we've got several portable generators in house. And this one year, it wasn't a hurricane. It was just a freak storm that came a long time ago, and I had one generator. We had loaned out several of the generators, and I had one generator left, and a couple of my friends had asked for it, and business associates, and I kept saying, no, I need to save that. I said, I don't know why I need to save it. I'm telling you, it was about 6 o'clock that night, I got a phone call from a new customer, which we still do work for today. This is like 15 years later. And they were, the customer was on oxygen and needed his oxygen tank to be able to be powered.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
He was running out of the bottled stuff, and I was able to take that portable down. So in some cases, they just need to be able to keep the oxygen machines going.
Oh, absolutely. We don't want to unplug Grandma and Grandpa. We want to keep them around a little longer.
Exactly correct.
Well, I mean, it just all depends on how nice Grandma and Grandpa are. It all depends on if I'm in the will.
Can you spell trust fund? Money. All right. If there's John, do you guys have generators? Let's say, for a customer who, I don't want a bump in my lifestyle. I want the AC running. I want the pool to still run. I need everything running. When I hit a switch and turn lights on and do everything works.
Right. And in that case, what we would do would be to install a whole house generator, and that would operate anything throughout the house based on the size of the house would then be based on the size of the generator.
Okay.
Typical would be a 15 to a 20 kW on a modest size house, and large houses will go up to a 45,000.
Oh, wow. All right.
All right. Well, we're gonna talk a little bit more about those whole house generators and the portable generators, but we're gonna do a trivia question. What are we gonna give away today, John?
Jessica. No, we're not giving away Jessica. I'm asking her.
Oh, you're asking Jessica. I was thinking, hey, indentured servant, I need some help.
Wait a minute. Before we give her away, is she over 18?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually legal age.
That she's legal age, so we can give her away without problems.
She is very expensive, let me tell you.
Aren't all women?
Yes, we are.
Yes, see, there you go.
Which No, I think we're going to give away a service partner plan today.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Now, tell us real quick, Jessica, what is a service partner plan, and what is the value of the service partner plan?
Well, the value is really priceless, especially
I like
whenever
that
you need
answer.
it.
That's a better answer than your dad gave on the other show.
Oh, good. Well, with the service partner plan, we come out to your house once a year, and we check all the outlets, switches, do the panel maintenance, make sure everything's working correctly, make sure your smoke detectors are working. If we uncover anything, we would definitely tell the customer and give them upfront pricing about that. And then also, which is another great benefit about it, is say something electrical happens in the middle of the night and you need us to come out there, or you want us to come out there. Instead of paying our dispatch fee of $269, we'll only come out there for $49.
Oh, wow. And it doesn't matter what time?
Doesn't matter what time.
Ooh, I like that.
Fantastic.
A lot of companies, they'll just give a small discount, like 15%, but that's huge.
Yeah, and even on top of that, if you go with the services at night or even the next day, you get 10% off your services.
Beautiful. So that sounds like you're right. That does sound priceless.
Yeah.
That does sound priceless. Okay, so 340-1590 is the number to call. First caller to get the question right will win that service partner agreement from Elite Electric. Now the question, we're taking these questions from that book that we talked about from Jane, the best trivia book ever written. And the trivia question is, the earliest formal hat for baseball was made of A, grass, B, straw, or C, hemp. The earliest formal hat for baseball was made of grass, A, B, straw, or C, hemp. John, you were around when this first started. You should be able to answer this, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I wasn't sure. I think I had all three.
All right, the 340-1590. Give us a call. We're going to take our first quick break. And give us a call here for the trivia. Earliest formal hat for baseball was made of A, grass, B, straw, or C, hemp. You're listening to Comfort Time Live with John and Jessica from Elite Electric. We'll be right back.
Tired of struggling to find the right air conditioning contractor? Heard those horror stories about people being scammed out of thousands of dollars? Well, Comfort Time Live has found a great air conditioning contractor that they approve and you can trust. Ranger Air Conditioning Service. Ranger has been in business on the Treasure Coast for more than 38 years, providing the best in quality and customer service. Ranger Air Conditioning Service is family-owned and operated by Tom Ranger. He and his highly trained staff and team members are waiting to earn your business. So give Ranger Air Conditioning Service a call at 772-546-7777. That's Ranger Air Conditioning Service at 772-546-7777 and recommended by Comfort Time Live. Don't forget to tell them you heard about them here on WPSL 1590 and receive a special discount.
Benjamin Franklin Plumbing can help you schedule the on-time help you need. Busted water heater? ScheduleSomeHelp.com. Leaky faucet? ScheduleSomeHelp.com. Help with your honey-do list? Perhaps. Get help for $25 at ScheduleSomeHelp.com.
Limitations and exclusions apply. See site for details.
Elite Electric with security lighting to surge protection and everything in between. How do you think they got their name? Elite Electric. Visit online at EliteElectricAndAir.com and learn more about their services. Elite Electric. Service today. Proud sponsor of Comfort Time Live, Friday mornings at 11 on WPSL. Elite Electric, specializing in all your electrical needs, from security lighting to surge protection and everything in between. How do you think they got their name? Elite Electric. Elite Electric has been family-owned and operated on the Treasure Coast since 1988, and they're recommended by Comfort Time Live. Visit online at EliteElectricAndAir.com and learn more about their services. Elite Electric. Service today. Proud sponsor of Comfort Time Live, Friday mornings at 11 on WPSL 1590.
All right, welcome back to Comfort Time Live, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking today to John and Jessica from Elite Electric, who are offering their service provider agreement for the answer to the trivia question. The earliest formal hat for baseball was made of A, grass, B, straw, or C, hemp. And we have Joe on the line who thinks he may have the answer. How are we doing, Joe?
Doing good.
Doing good, Joe. So tell us, do you have the answer to the question?
Well, I think logically it's got to be hemp.
Why would you say logically?
Well, I just think hemp is our rope. It's always available, and it doesn't take a lot to craft it into many various things.
All right. Well, that's actually a very good guess, Joe, but it's actually incorrect.
Oh,
Actually incorrect. But I appreciate you calling the show. Do you listen often?
Oh, yeah.
Good, good. I really appreciate that. And, hey, don't ever hesitate to call us. And if you have a specific topic that you want to talk about, if you're having any issues in your house at all, anything, at least call us and let us know what topic you'd like us to talk about, and we'll make sure we find a guest on the show that's an absolute upstanding professional.
Okay.
All right, Joe, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
All right, so we still have the trivia question open. We didn't get the correct answer. We have the earliest formal hat for baseball was made of A, grass, B, straw, C, hemp. Well, now you got a 50-50 shot left because hemp was already guessed, and it is the incorrect answer.
Hemp. I would have guessed hemp.
You would have guessed hemp?
I would have guessed.
Now, how closely related is hemp to marijuana?
Marijuana?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
I don't.
It is hemp, right? No, that's what I thought. So they were making marijuana hats. Man, you're really smoking in that hat.
But I'm pumped.
All right, so we have Jessica and John on the line with us from Elite Electric talking about generators. Now, when we left to go on break, we were talking about whole house generators and the purposes and typically how we size them. And tell us a little bit more about, so you said it's basically the needs of the homeowner.
The needs of the homeowner, and then we figure out the size accordingly based on the house and then the location of where we can place the generator and stuff of that nature. There's several load calculations that we would have to do to ensure that the generator would not fail when it's operating.
All right, now here is a question that I would sure most people would have. What type of generators require a permit, A, and what type of generators require a licensed contractor to install them?
That is a fantastic question.
And I thought of it. Check that out. Oh, that's so cool.
Mark this day in the calendar.
Give him a point. Well, I will answer that in two ways. First of all, a generator, a whole house generator, needs not just one permit, but up to 3 permits.
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
It needs a construction permit, an electrical permit, and a gas permit.
Wow.
Gas permit?
Yes.
Okay.
Then for portable generators...
Wait a minute, doesn't the generator work on electric?
The generator produces electric.
Oh, there's a curveball in that one. I was waiting for a minute.
I got stuttered on that one.
You know John's sitting over there in his office.
Well, the truth of the matter is, when the electric shuts off, that's how the generator then knows that there is no power. So essentially, it does use electric.
Obviously, there's a lot more to putting in a generator. You just can't take a generator, slap it on the side of your house, and plug it into an outlet. That's correct, right?
No, sir.
Because of what I learned from you last week was that you have to have it wired in so it doesn't backfeed into the system.
Well, hold on. Before we answer that real quick, let's go to we have another a caller online who possibly has the answer to our trivia question. Rennie, good morning. Hello? Is it Rennie or Renee? Line 2? Nope, they're gone. Going, gone. Okay.
They're in, they're out, they're in.
They're out. Game on. All right, so let's go back to that. So, backfeeding. Oh, well, let's have him finish his the question, the first question with. So you need three licenses.
So
or
3
permits.
licenses for a permanent installation generator or a standby generator is what we would call that.
Okay, so electrical permit, gas permit, and construction permit. Now, the electrical permit makes sense. The gas permit makes sense because you're hooking it up to either propane or natural gas.
Yes.
But what's the construction permit for?
Well, the construction permit is for a couple different things, but location of it, as well as the concrete slab that it would be going on.
I see.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we're going to go back to our phones. We have Renee here on the line, and go back. Good morning, Renee.
Yes,
Or is it it's Rennie?
Renee.
Renee, how you doing, Renee?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Awesome. So do you have the answer to our trivia question? The earliest formal hat for baseball was made of A, grass, or B, straw?
Straw.
Straw. And what makes you think that, Rennie?
I have no idea other than a good guess.
He's shooting dice right now.
And you know what? If you were in Vegas right now, you'd be a winner. you're actually a winner here. Straw is the correct answer, Renee.
All right. Fantastic.
So excellent. We
Good job.
appreciate you listening. Now, I have your name and number here, and as soon as we get off the show, now you do want the prize, correct?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
they're
good.
a great company. I've used them before.
Oh, you have? Excellent. How was the service the first time? And I'll give you $50 later if you tell the truth.
No, it was John's team was excellent. They do a fantastic job, and they really take care of the customers well, and they make sure that whatever they do, everything is clean when they leave, which is an incredible, task. And I think it's great for services to be that way.
Now, I'm sorry. Are we talking about the same company here?
We appreciate you saying that.
We talking about the same company? You're talking about
Oh, yeah.
John from Elite Electric?
That's it.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make
right.
sure I clarified that.
That's the man.
Awesome. Well, we'll give you give his phone number to you, or give John your phone number.
Yeah.
And we'll go ahead and get you called up there, Renee, and we'll take care of it. Thank you for listening to the show. I really appreciate it.
Fantastic. Great
Awesome.
job.
Have a great day.
Thank you,
All
Renee.
right.
All right, perfect. So straw was the answer. That is the earliest formal hat for the baseball. Now, after our next break, what'll be coming up in a little bit, we're going to have another trivia question right before we go to that break to give everybody another opportunity.
I like trivia.
I love the trivia. I tell you, this book is awesome that she has, and I'm going to find out if there's a way that I can post it on our website if anybody's interested in purchasing the book. It's really good, and the nice thing is it mixes it up. She's got some jokes. She's got fun facts in here, like one of them is during the movie Casablanca, 22 cigarettes were smoked. The movie holds the record for the most cigarettes smoked. I mean,
And I don't think in shows anymore, in movies, you see people smoking.
not a lot.
No.
You still see it once in a while, but not a lot at all.
Nope.
Not a lot at all.
Kills.
Oh, man. And I'm not for or against, pot or anything
Each his
like
own.
that or nothing, but, how could substances like cigarettes, and I hate to say alcohol because I love drinking the alcohol. I don't smoke cigarettes, but we know it kills. We know it.
Right.
It's the number one cause of death in the United States, but yet it's legal.
Right.
It just bewilders me. It's politics and cash
Whole
and money
nother
and-
show.
Yeah, anyway, whole different show. So let's go back to our our 3 permits. Now let's go to the licensing part, John,
Yes.
for the generators. Let's get to that. What type of licenses must you have?
For the electrical side and the construction side, we're allowed our license, which is electrical state license. We're allowed to pull the 2 permits. The 3rd permit, we need either a registered gas permit or a licensed gas company and or a state licensed plumbing company.
Okay, so your license for electrical covers the electrical side and the construction side.
Correct.
For the slab and the strapping down of the generator, but a third party would need either plumbing or gas license, and you partner with who for that?
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin Plumbing.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So, and they're actually just so happen to be a sponsor of ours as well, because the gentlemen, they work really, really good together, and they, on our other show we do on Saturdays, they're going to be a guest on that show as well. So we'll probably take some of these questions and put that over to them as far as how they work in that. Now, so there's permits required, there's licenses required. So a whole house generator cannot be installed by a handyman.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct. So then let's go to the portable style. So if you have a portable generator, unless you are using the portable generator and just using extension cords to plug in your a lamp or a fan or something of that nature, you do not need a permit for that.
Okay.
However, a lot of folks like to be able to use their portable generator and have the house operate. It's a little more manual labor, one to set it up and to put the generator outside after the storm and get it set up. But the way that works is we install an outlet specifically designed for the generator, and then what we call a manual transfer switch. This type of setup just requires an electrical permit.
Okay, since you're not putting a slab in or anything of that nature, that you don't require the construction permit, and because you're not hooking it up to any gas.
Correct.
And you're just using like a regular gas tank on that, which would be the same as like a lawnmower or something.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, it's important to know that the generators need to go inside the house, close the doors up nice and tight, right?
I don't like my wife and kids.
Here, honey, they say that it's best if you keep it in a nice closed environment. Now, you got to make sure you stay in there with the door closed with the generator in there, sweetheart. I promise you'll never know what hits you.
No.
That's a joke, ladies and gentlemen. That is a joke. Tell us where the best place is to put the portable generator, John.
The portable generator is almost the same as a standby. It should be away from your house 5 foot.
Okay.
Away from the windows and the doors and so forth of that nature. Okay, you want it a good ways away from the house because of the exhaust itself.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah,
you do not want the exhaust. And think about this for a second. When you use a portable generator, there's a very good chance that you're going to have the windows and stuff open in the house. So you may want to even go a little further than 5 foot from any opening in the house.
Okay.
The code says 5 foot from any opening.
Okay.
I see, but if you're going to open up the windows and stuff, you get that breeze blowing that stuff right back into the house.
Correct.
You're going to have some issues there.
Correct. So a lot of folks, what we recommend is they have a big driveway in front of their house, and we recommend and encourage them to put it way out in the driveway.
All right.
Excellent. Now, 340-1590. Any electrical questions you have at all, whether it has to do with ground fault receptacles, whether it has to do with your smoke detectors, your breakers, generators, give us a call here at the studio. John and Jessica will be more than happy to answer that question. 340-1590. So I'm going back to you, Jessica. Did you think about that question yet?
I did, and I'm having trouble coming up with something.
Well, then it must have not have been shocking enough, so that's okay. Maybe we can save that for another time.
Normally I get good customers calling.
Oh, that's good.
There's always one in the crowd, though.
Absolutely.
So I have a question.
Do I have to answer it?
Maybe.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you know, I have a pretty cool advantage where I'm sitting right now. I get to see you, but you cannot see me.
Quick, put your clothes back on.
So I went to Comfort Time Live on my computer.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to figure out what is the box on top there. So we have the Ustream Live, and on top we have the Blog Talk Radio.
Okay.
And the folks that are on that, is that the people that are blogging at the time? I don't understand that.
Well, Blog Talk Radio is the show that we do on Wednesday evenings, and it's a national internet radio show. So that box is all the shows that we've done on Blog Talk Radio. And the one at the very top that is now scrolling across, that says Elite Electric and Air, Common Problems with Home Electric. That, what I do, if I don't have a national guest that I can do live on the air with on the Blog Talk Radio,
okay.
What I do is I take my Saturday show from the other station and I replay it on the Blog Talk Radio.
Is it live or Memorex?
So that you see there, that's at the top, that was actually the show that we did on Saturday with you folks on the other station. And then you can look down at the bottom. You can see all the other ones. So this Saturday show with Ben Franklin, we'll take that show, we record it, and then we'll replay it on that again. But that's a totally different, separate network. And I love it when I have national guests because we actually do the show live with them. But for folks that are local, I want to make sure it's going to benefit you. But it's still fun. And I tell you, the past 3 or 4 shows, I went from 64 listeners to just in July, we're at over 1,700.
That's awesome.
Just in less than a month.
Very cool.
Yeah, so John, you were actually nationwide this last Wednesday.
Yep, absolutely. And it's it's not a huge number. 1,700 is nothing. But when you're going from 64 or 70, and in less than a month you get to over 1,600 people clicking in, that's a huge jump. That's a big jump. So I appreciate all that. But yeah, you can download that to iTunes and listen to it as a podcast. You can tweet it, share it, all kinds of stuff. And if you keep scrolling down on that on Comfort Time Live, you can see some of the other shows, and it gives you like the last 4 or 5 shows that we did.
Very cool. Yeah. So I can link that to our website, correct?
Yes, you can actually. I can give you a link to any of these. Just let me know, and I'll give you the what they call the HTML code. And I'll let you, but yeah, if you want to link that directly or any of this stuff, link it directly. Absolutely, you can link it there.
Very cool.
And same thing, I have you linked on the sponsorship side as well. So we're going to go take another break, but we're going to give the trivia question, 340-1590, and I think if it's okay with John, then we're going to give away another service partner agreement.
Perfect.
Okay,
Excellent.
The trivia question at 340-1590. This is a good one for Florida. It can take a lobster this many years to reach 1 pound of weight. It can take a lobster this many years to reach 1 pound of weight. Is it
a Florida lobster or a Maine lobster?
I'm going to guess Florida lobster, but
the question doesn't specifically state it, so because of that, I'm going to take a guess and say that it probably doesn't matter, that they're probably all the same.
All taste the same in the pot.
Or as a general rule of thumb. Is it A, 7 years, B, 10 years, or C, 12 years? So give us a call, 340-1590, to guess your answer. A, 7 years, B, 10 years, or C, 12 years. We're with John and Jessica from Elite Electric. You're listening to Comfort Time Live. We'll be right back.
Tired of struggling to find the right air conditioning contractor? Heard those horror stories about people being scammed out of thousands of dollars? Well, Comfort Time Live has found a great air conditioning contractor that they approve and you can trust. Ranger Air Conditioning Service. Ranger has been in business on the Treasure Coast for more than 38 years, providing the best in quality and customer service. Ranger Air Conditioning Service is family-owned and operated by Tom Ranger. He and his highly trained staff and team members are waiting to earn your business. So give Ranger Air Conditioning Service a call at 772-546-7777. That's Ranger Air Conditioning Service at 772-546-7777 and recommended by Comfort Time Live. Don't forget to tell them you heard about them here on WPSL 1590 and receive a special discount.
Benjamin Franklin Plumbing would like to help you schedule some help, whatever on-time help you need. For plumbing emergencies like a busted water heater, go to schedulesomehelp.com. Sewage problems? Schedulesomehelp.com. If water is dripping from your ceiling, schedulesomehelp.com. If you need help repairing that leaky faucet or upgrading your shower head, schedulesomehelp.com. Want help with your golf game? Yep, schedulesomehelp.com. Right now, get help for $25 at schedulesomehelp.com. Limitations and exclusions apply. See schedulesomehelp.com for full details. Benjamin Franklin Plumbing can help you schedule the on-time help you need. Busted water heater? Schedulesomehelp.com. Leaky faucet? Schedulesomehelp.com. Help with your honey-do list? Perhaps. Get help for $25 at schedulesomehelp.com.
Limitations and exclusions apply. See site for details.
Elite Electric with security lighting to surge protection and everything in between. How do you think they got their name? Elite Electric. Visit online at eliteelectricanair.com and learn more about their services. Elite Electric. Service today. Proud sponsor of Comfort Time Live, Friday mornings at 11 on WPSL.
All right, you're listening to Comfort Time Live with John and Jessica from Elite Electric, and we're waiting for the answer for our trivia question to win your free service provider agreement that has, as Jessica says, limitless value.
Wow. That's excellent.
Limitless value. And so the question was, it can take a lobster this many years to reach 1 pound of weight. Is it A, 7 years, B, 10 years, or C, 12 years? We're standing by on the phones at 340-1590. So we were talking about the generators. Now, a couple quick things that I have had some people email me about. First off, GFI circuits. Now, what does that acronym stand for?
Ground fault circuit interrupter.
So it's actually GFCI.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, why are they required? When are they required? And do they require a licensed person to install them?
I'll go backwards. Yes, they require a licensed person.
Wow.
Not a handyman.
Now see that I did not know.
Really?
I did not know that. Just so if a ground fault receptacle, now if I'm just replacing one for the other, one's bad and I'm putting a new one in, you still need to be licensed?
I will say this in two ways. Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, only a licensed contractor or a person working for a licensed contractor is allowed to install any electrical equipment at all if you are being paid for it.
Aha.
Okay. According to state law, any homeowner is legally allowed to change a receptacle themselves. I don't always recommend this.
Especially me.
But if they are, make sure you're standing in a bucket of water, have no shoes on.
Right.
Your fingers are moist.
I'm coming right out of the pool, going to start changing sockets in my house.
Right.
That was a joke.
So yes, it requires
Wow.
a handyman is not allowed to change a electrical device.
And of course, we know that there are no handymans that do anything of that nature. Because they're all outstanding citizens and do everything 100% by the book.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then you asked where are they required?
Yes.
They are required for a residential home. They are required in any location of the house that may have water. So that would be any outlet in the garage, any outlet in a laundry room, any outlet in the kitchen, bathroom, and any outlet that is located on the exterior of the home with a few minor exceptions.
Okay, being?
On the outside of the home, if it is for a specific device, like a generator, you do not have to have your circuit on a GFCI.
Okay.
Accordingly, your range in the kitchen, your dryer, water heater, stuff of that nature does not have to be on a GFCI circuit. So,
Okay.
Okay. Actually, I think we have a answer to our trivia. We have Arthur on the line. Hello, Arthur. How are you?
Hi, Sharon. How are you doing today?
Excellent.
I can't complain. I'm on this side of the dirt. It's sunny outside. I'm in shorts. I'm still drinking a nice cup of coffee. Half of the people in the studio are pleasure to be with here today.
Half.
Half.
How do you figure half?
Well, there's only one of you that I really care about that are here today. But
very nice. Veronica, I'm sorry to hear about that, sweetie.
That's kind of not where I was going with that, but I'm just kidding.
It's really gorgeous outside too.
Oh, it is beautiful. I can't wait to. I may even just go to the beach or just lay out at the pool for a little bit.
Man, I can't wait to get out there and sweat.
So, Arthur, the trivia question was: it can take a lobster this many years to reach 1 pound of weight. Is it
Correct.
A, 7 years, B, 10 years, or C, 12 years?
7 years.
7 years. And Arthur, how do you know the answer to that question?
I used to own restaurants. We sold a lot of lobsters.
Well, that is absolutely 100% correct. Now, on John's rebuttal to the question, would it really matter the type of lobster, or is it kind of common?
This would be truly on the Maine lobster, the Florida lobster, the crawfish.
Okay.
I think it's probably within, I would say, 6 months to a year difference.
Okay.
If at all now. The difference is the Maine lobster really isn't as heavy as a Florida lobster because Florida lobster is all tail.
Okay.
Okay.
And I like a lot of tail.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. I do too.
That's very good. I like that.
Awesome. Well, great, Arthur. Well, we're going to go ahead and give your phone number to John and Jessica at Elite Electric, and they're going to go ahead and give you a call to set you up for the service provider agreement or service partner.
Well, that's great. I'm in my car now, so if they call, they get the answering machine.
Oh, that's okay. It'll be a little bit because after the show, and I'll pass it on to them. So we'll make sure they call a little bit later on. But thanks for listening to the show, Arthur.
Thank you.
And drive safe. Don't text and drive.
No, I know.
Great. Hey, thanks for listening.
Thank you.
All right, sir.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, great questions, great answers, and we're going to hopefully have two great customers that John and Jessica from Elite Electric can satisfy as well as they've done in the past. So that's a good thing. So now the GFIs. Now, is there a way that I can legally take the GFI receptacle out of by the tub so that if I just happen to throw a hairdryer or something in the tub,
toss my wife a toaster.
Yeah, I mean that it wouldn't shut off, that it would actually stay continually circuited. Is there a way I could do that legally or no?
Legally, no.
All right.
I mean, not saying that I would take any
Ethically, no.
Ethically, legally, no, none of that stuff. All right, well, we try.
I tell you what, I got a question for you, John.
Yes, sir.
I seem to be running into a lot of this, and I'm kind of baffled by it. Aluminum wire in a house.
Yes.
Do you guys still use aluminum wire?
It is legal to use. However, there are issues with aluminum wiring that can come about in time. So mostly what is used for anymore is for the electrical service. So going from the meter to the panel, okay, and so you have to install it a little bit differently. As far as electrical circuits throughout the house, it is not common anymore.
Okay.
Okay, and so with aluminum, it's interesting that you should bring this up because here recently, over the course of the last year, there are several insurance companies that are requiring electrical inspections in their home. And if it has for any circuits, it either has to be removed or a special connection be put at every device throughout the house.
Interesting. Okay.
Wow.
That's very cool.
And now is a load amount different on the aluminum wire from a copper wire?
Absolutely. There's different sizes. So it's typically one to two wire sizes larger for aluminum than it is for copper.
Wow. So if you had a 4 aluminum, it would basically be almost the same as like an 8 copper.
Correct.
Okay, and that's and that's stuff that you're probably not going to know about, ladies and gentlemen. And you really just having Elite Electric stop out at your house and do kind of an overall inspection. What would be the cost for something like that, John? If somebody said, "Listen, I just want you to take a look at my electrical, let me know." So I guess you would kind of say like a little diagnostic of the home.
What we call that a level 1 diagnostic.
Okay.
And it is $175.
Okay.
You go through the entire home. This is where the service partners come in because it is much cheaper, and we do the same identical thing. The difference is our inspections. The difference typically is when we do the other inspections, there are 4 insurance companies and so forth, or when someone is buying a home and so forth.
Okay.
Where they don't have the home yet.
Okay.
But it's recommended to do an inspection at a minimum once every other year. But we recommend at our company to do it once a year for the electrical.
Right. So then, and if they wanted to give you a call, see, I have it on here. So if we want to give Elite Electric a call and ask for their services, we're going to give them a call. And Jessica She'll be there till 3 o'clock in the morning tonight to stand by to answer your calls. Right, Jessica?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Now you have the phones roll over to your actual cell phone, right, Jessica?
No, not mine. It's someone else's.
No, it's yours, right, Jessica?
Well, I'll say sometimes it is Jessica.
They're good.
Last night it was Jackie. Sometimes it's Lori.
So you guys have a live person answering the phone any time of night, not an answering service.
Yes.
Wow.
I like that.
That's awesome.
I sat on the phone yesterday and the day before that, and I started calling air conditioning companies out of the yellow pages, looking for some specific stuff. I'm doing load calculations now for residential replacement homes because it's a necessary evil now. Every air conditioning company, if they pull a permit, which they have to pull a permit to replace an air conditioning system, and the state of Florida has to do a load calculation for a house. Well, the problem is a lot of folks don't have the ability to do it. They don't have the knowledge to do it. They don't have the equipment to do it. So I'm out there trying to help folks out to do that. So I start calling. I called over 100 air conditioning contractors in the area.
Wow.
I could count on one hand how many answered the phone. And the rest of them were all answering machines.
Well, these are the guys that are working out of their truck. They don't have an office. And
unbelievable. I mean, some of these answering services today are not that expensive. I mean, heck,
No.
you could pay somebody pennies on the dollar just to answer the phone when it comes on. They don't have to do anything else. But it's amazing. It's good that you guys have a live person. I got a riddle for you, John, Jessica. See if you guys can answer this. In an emergency, can a Muslim baptize a Catholic? In an emergency, can a Muslim baptize a Catholic?
Reading that book again.
Yeah, it's in that book. I got a kick out of this one because it's a riddle. It's not it's trivia. It's a riddle though. In an emergency, can a Muslim baptize a Catholic?
Okay, I'll go with it.
I'm baffled. I'm over here thinking, oh, thank you very much. Jump in the water, the pool, and we'll baptize you.
Do I get to Slurpee with that?
Can I have some wine afterwards?
Well, the answer to that riddle is he has already been baptized. He's a Catholic.
Oh.
Anyway, I thought that was good. So if you want to give John and Jessica a call from Elite Electric 24 hours a day at 772-340-3797, and you can go to their website, and I tell you, they got coupons in there. They have all kinds of stuff. If you're a Facebook user, you can follow them on Facebook, and I'm sure you guys probably put out some specials on there every once in a while.
Yes.
Okay, we got about a minute left, but you want to go to EliteElectricAndAir.com, but you can also go to ComfortTimeLive.com, click on sponsors, and you can link directly to their site. But give them a call today at 772-340-3797. John, Jessica, as always, it's been a pleasure having you guys on.
Thank you very much for coming on.
It's been fun.
I really appreciate it, and look forward to it. And we'll call you with the trivia winners. Mr. Dino, Ms. Veronica, thank you very much. I hope you guys have a great weekend.
Oh, fantastic. Always a pleasure.
That is good. And don't forget, we'll be back here next Friday. Now, August 4th, don't miss. We're going to have a construction attorney on our other show, so don't hesitate to tune into Comfort Time Live to listen to that. You have a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you listening. Take care.
Bye-bye now.
CBS News is next on WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast, a service of Port St. Lucie Broadcasters.
CBS News, I'm Steve Kathan. Most of the recent news about